Hi. Mondays are always a little bit difficult for me to get a lot of things in, but as you can see, I managed to get in four sets, I think four sets of exercises. Two are for people that are in wheelchairs or can hardly stand up and they want to work out, but they don't have the get up and go yet. And these here will help them to start getting strengthening and working in that area. And the other two are for I'm working on some underarm and backside things, and one of the girls had introduced me to the site, so I went there. I also produced the site up in case you just want to go watch the lady yourself. But when they produce them and everything else, I like to go check it out and try them. If I do them, I'm going to put them up because I want to do the workout. I want to show you that I'm doing the workout and I'm not, just posting. So it's my way of saying I'm there for you. I'm going to work out with you. I'm game because I want to get healthier. I want to get better. I don't care if I get the hourglass figure because I figure at my age it ain't really going to happen. But what's going to happen for me is my COP is going to, I'm going to be allowed to move around a lot more because of my COP. And you can hear my breathing issues. I'm going to be able to get around where I need to get around because I am working out and trying to build up strengthening areas that are weak in me. I gave up a long time ago on myself, and in the last few years, I have decided, you know what? If you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, you're not. But I'm going to work on me. I'm going to get me back in there. I'm going to see who I belong to in my own ways for myself, not for anybody. There's nobody I'm doing this for but for myself. I run a business with It Works. I use products like uh, fat fighters and thermofit right now, along with my usual it greens and regulars. And I truly am a supporter in many of the areas, many of the products I use because you know you they say you're not to sell the products. I'm not selling the products. Well, yeah, I am. I'm selling you a change for you for the better. I'm trying to show you that you can make better for yourself and make the changes you need to make. And if there's a little substance of help, there's a little substance of help. These are natural choices, natural ingredients. They're not drugs that are induced undercover, or illegal drugs or anything like that. These are products that are can be bought through our company, through me as a distributor, through other distributors, and each product is healthy. It's a natural. It has many natural ingredients in it, and I'm not saying it'll help you 100%. I'm not even going to say it's going to make a difference, but I do know that it makes a difference for me. And I know that at least every product that I have tried has either helped me from about 75% to almost 97.7%. And to me, that's a plus. I don't give it 100% because there's nothing that'll change my COPD. I smoked for too many years, and it's a habit that I wish I'd never had. Um, but I pay the price for it. These commercials they show on TV where the kids are ripping their skins off and everything else. I don't know how many of you are even paying attention to them, but honestly, pay attention because once you lose a portion of your life or a portion of your body or your lungs, then you're basically screwed at hitting that 100%. So I can only say 97%, maybe 87% will be my highest ratio, but I can walk further now. I'm up to 3 miles. I used to be 6 miles, and when I was younger, before I smoked, I used to walk 12 miles. I mean, on my own. I remember when I lived in Kentucky, I walked 35 miles in a day's time. I was pregnant with my first child, and I just had basically not been smoking that long at the time. But that 35 miles, I'll never see that again. But I'm real grateful and I'm thankful. As you can see, God stays right here beside me. Jesus stays here with me. Um, I pray daily that He helps me get through another day. And with my products that I use and my beliefs and everything else, I know that I'm giving myself a fighting chance. I use greens daily. That's an orange flavor right there. It detoxifies, it balances and alkalizes. Um, it has all the things on the labels that are needed. I know I'm a little shaky because I just got through. These are fat fighters. They help block off some of the carb inhibitors that you do, and they work. Um, and then I use regulars because I do have colon issues. And since I've been on these and the greens, I can tell you this has given me at least 87% of something back that I was missing for quite some time. I done all the other market stuff and everything else, and it got to where I was having to take 5 of this and 5 of that, or taking 5 doses of this and dumping it with milk and mag on top, and just being crampy and sick and everything else. It wasn't working. This here, 2 pills a day, 2 scoops a day. Some are taking 4 scoops a day, but they don't cramp you up. They don't push the issues. It helps. The fat fighters and then the thermal fits are in the other room. I always got one bottle of the other, but I had breakfast, lunch deal in there earlier. But you take one of them at lunchtime and one at supper and one at breakfast. You just take one of those thermal fits per meal, and then supper's usually everybody's biggest meal time. I don't know about you. If you do breakfast and then a light supper, then fine. But you take 2 of these after your biggest meal, within an hour after you eat it, and all within time, boom. I sat there last night. We went to Olive Garden, and we both got different dishes so that we could sample. Because I like to sample, and I didn't want to really get the never-ending bowl because I didn't know how much I was going to eat. And to me, I just still paid $10 for my meal, but at the same time, you know, I would have either got a second bowl because I felt, whatever, but I always feel guilty, whatever, but I sat down and my dish was good size. This is the inside of the bowl. You don't include the outside. You just go to the inside. And there was probably 3, 4 cups of food, if you do the cups, dumped inside this bowl. There's like 4, 4 cups worth of food in it, and all I could eat. And after taking fat fighters and thermal fits and everything else, or just helped to control that whatever. I had drank a glass of water, and then I started eating my meal, and I ate all of my salad because I love salad and it's healthier for me. And I did eat a breadstick, but I could not even eat but like 3/4 cup of my food. You see what I'm saying? I mean, a cup like this, and I'm talking I could only eat like that much, and that was it. And I boxed the rest up, brought it home. Um, to me, when it helped me cut back on my eating habits and everything else, that's a blessing. I don't want to run this video too long, but if you matter and it matters to you where you want to go in your life, then take control of it now and don't let it control you. Yes, every once in a while, I'm not going to say I don't, because I took 30 days off from sugar eating. I do know what it feels like for a diabetic. I do not never want to have that, so knock on wood. And I pray that I never have diabetes issues, because the 30 days off and then trying to cram sugar in for 2 days really, whoa, knocked me out. And so that's not happening again. Yeah, cut out your sugars. maintain it. If you have to have a piece of cake, then have a piece of cake, but make it a small piece. You don't have to have a huge piece. Make it a small piece. It might be a teaser, but you know what? I would rather have the teaser, laugh about it, and move on than to sit there and overstuff myself with the cakes and pies and cookies. You know, if it's there in your house, you got to learn to say no. If there's somebody that's very supportive with you, then they need to help teach you to learn that word no real well. Step away, get off the track, get healthy. Please join me today. I really do care about my health and I do care about yours. I try to show you, this right now is all working off, and I will use the wraps later to start toning and tightening all this stuff up and everything else, but, I'm trying to show everybody, workouts, and I'm working with you. I'm not a skinny person. I have no intentions of being probably a complete skinny, but I do know what works for me and what isn't working for me. And I do know that because I can put it all back on in 5 days, it's going to take me a year, 2 years, 3 years to get off what I need. And if that's what it takes, it's fine. But if you don't try and you don't work on it, then it's never going to go nowhere but sit there. And then you got the ending results where you're trying to get it off, and you're miserable while you're trying to. So don't get miserable, but get healthy and consider the results of each step you take. Fat women are beautiful. I don't care what anybody says. We are. We're gorgeous because we know what's inside. Losing weight is beautiful because it's given us an inside healthy issue. So think of it that way. Don't think, oh, well, no, not all men like skinny women. You know why? One, they're too bony. Two, they have an attitude. Well, God's gift is all of us, no matter who you are. It's all of us. We've got to believe in ourselves. We got to want to do for ourselves. So get fit with me today. Begin your workouts today with me as a person that can relate with what's going on in your life or around your life or you. Also, consider getting involved and finding out more about the fat fighters, the regulars, or the greens, and get interested in maybe finding out what you can do to start for yourself. This is about you. It's not about them. You know what I mean? So get fit with me and come on and work out and get happy. Let's see if we can't get you to at least 97% healthier than what you are. Bye, y'all.